Grand rising, grand rising, grand rising. It's grounded dog. I have not. I'm in South Philadelphia, but look what I found walking. These people don't even know what this is. Look at where it's growing at. Okay, this is Lee Street off of Passyunk Avenue in South Philly. This is fucking reishi mushrooms growing on a fucking tree. They have cancer curing medicine outside their house and don't even fucking know it. Crazy. The shit we don't know in the hood is why we in the fucking hood. So, um, I said, oh, I guess I can go this way. Huh. I said, to myself, I said, that shit look like reishi. But I was like, no, ain't no fucking reishi growing. I know it's mushrooms that grow outside all the time, but it don't be the kind that, that we can use on a daily basis that's beneficial to us. Um, and I said, no, fuck that. That is absolutely reishi mushrooms. So I put oh, sorry, hold on. Right. Okay. It's ways that you're right. That was such a good question. Um, there are ways that you can clean the stuff out in nature. See, what I was worrying about is pesticide, whatever, however you pronounce that word, a pesticide. But this is the hood, so I'm pretty sure they're not pesticiding these to keep nothing up. I don't think they're doing that. But there are ways you can clean. Um, the ingredients you get from outside. You can clean them with salt, water. You can clean them with vinegar. Um, you can clean them with sage. Y'all don't even understand. Everything we need is right here. So I just been out here like tapping the trees and see what the trees got and uh, the leftover plant life because there's nothing really growing here, nothing at all. But anyway, that's not why I'm on here. Why I am on here. There are none of the stores I go to in this neighborhood. Ugh. But anyway, so I'm in Philadelphia and I had to come home for a family situation. And this is so exhausting because I was like, I want to do all this stuff, right? I was like, shit, if I'm going home and I know what the fuck I know now that it's on, I got everybody. So I'm walking around, I'm telling people, yo, I'm not even going to charge you for something I charge five to $10,000 for. I'm not going to charge you shit. Just tell me you want this. And not one of them wanted it. I was like depressed, like, what? So my girlfriends came over last night and I was trying to talk to them about it. And so one of my girlfriends was like, okay, which street is this? I don't want to get lost. Oh, okay. I know what that block is. Let me go down this block so I don't get lost. Um, so my girlfriends, we was talking and one of my girlfriends said, look, everybody ain't gonna want to do it, right? So I was like, how though? So then I showed them how the wealthy people do this on the regular basis, and then I showed them how the AI program said only wealthy people do this, not broke people, right? You train your dragon, you can get it to talk however you want it to talk. But so the computer, the AI computer is saying this shit clear as day. So they like, okay, so My girlfriend started looking up the tax forms. I was so happy about that. So they're looking up the tax forms, they're reading it and shit, and they're like, "Oh, okay, I can see how that goes into there." And so I said, "But you have to when you oh somebody else is on here. Hold on. Oh, I know, I know. It's so sad. I was so depressed because I was like, "Hey guys, I'm telling you how to get your $13 million. Please listen." Nothing. I went home to my family. I went to the kids. I went to everybody. I said, "Hey, do you have a dream? Would you like to fund your dream or fulfill it?" I don't have the right credit for it. Oh God, I am telling you, dickhead. It ain't about credit. It ain't about standing. It ain't about assets and holdings. This is actually yours to do whatever the fuck you want with it. Nothing. Nothing. So I'm walking around the city, right? And my people is so beautiful. It's just everything about my people here is beautiful. The way we think, the way we look, the things we create. And I'm just like, why does your creation has to be associated by outside entity telling you if you can do it, if you're good enough to do it or not? If you want to set up a church, a recreational center in your hood, the fuck? I even went to the security, the private security I was telling you about. Now, the private security, right? We are being literally murdered by these cops. Literally killed off. The family goes to the courts to try to get retribution for it, some kind of settlement, and they are denied. And that cop is going right back to work the next day. How can y'all be cool with this shit? So I don't want to be like, okay, somebody said, um, I need to do the 709 with you, but I cannot afford the $5,000. I said, bet I can work with you. If you can't afford the 5,000, I can do it for 1,500 for you. And the email response after that was, "Fuck you, you greedy bitch." I was like, what? This is the shit I gotta put up with. Fuck me, my greedy bitch. First of all, you stupid cunt bubble dickhead. I have told every last one of y'all dumbass motherfuckers how to do this without me. And you calling me a fuck you bitch? What? I shouldn't have to put up with that when I'm trying to help everybody. And I told my girlfriend, I was like, yeah, I'm not offering no more discounts. No. She said, what the fuck? That nigga said, fuck you, bitch. But what if the one who really can't afford that, who's willing to pay that 1,500, say, thank you, ma'am? You ain't gonna help that person? I was like, that nigga said, fuck you, bitch. I took away $100 from my fee, and it's a fuck you, bitch. I was like, no, man, they all fucking feel like that. They want me to give it to them for fucking free after I had to spend 4 years trying to figure this shit out. That's not fair. So I took my discounts down and shit. I hate when one negative person screws everything up for everybody else. It's so sad. But at the end of the day, hold on, that's crazy because you're gonna get away. That's what I said. Now, how you mad about paying $5,000 when I'm literally giving you access to $13 million? I would sell one of my fucking toes for that. I would donate my motherfucking hair to a hair bank. Like, you can't come up with a hustle to pay this shit because you obviously can't do it on your own. And I'm telling y'all, you can't. That's why it took me so long, because I was trying to read everything and do it myself. And that's where I originally fucked my revocation up. because the person that told me about it, I knew this person was going to be traveling in Israel for indefinitely. So I would never be able to go back to my mentor and get help. So I was like, I have to keep on following through with this shit and see what happens, right? So he was in Israel. I couldn't get in touch with him. Even like nothing was going through. None of my messages was getting to him. And it was so dumb. It was one dumb ass thing that I was missing, which is the 2848 and the 56. I didn't fill it out. So my shit was just sitting there and they wasn't doing nothing and they wasn't telling me I did that shit wrong. So we a whole year in and I go to the IRS like, what the fuck is y'all doing? Don't play with me because I see y'all still doing what I told you not to do. And then I get this weird ass paperwork from them with letters and numbers on it and no other information. And this dickhead ass IRS agent gonna say, we'll never give you a paper trail. So I'm sitting here like, my mentor is in fucking Israel. I don't even know where to move from this. So I left it there. I left it there for another year until I had to figure out what I did wrong. And all this motherfucking time, it was one fucking thing. It was the fucking 28, 48, and the fucking 56. That's what held my motherfucking check up all that time. And it's something so small, so small. I could have fucking did that shit. So I'm telling y'all, you can do this on your own. I'm not that smart, actually. I'm not scholastic. I don't do well with reading. I wouldn't say I have dyslexia, but I have this thing where I can't read line for line unless I'm putting a paper or a book or something like right under it, and that shit takes so long. I'm just not good at schoolwork. I flunked out of all school until I went to college, and then I passed everything. Um, it's probably because I was more interested there, but I'm saying that to tell y'all, you don't gotta be smart. You don't gotta know how to say a lot of these dumbass conversational English speaking words. It's not necessary. You just gotta be able to understand what you're reading, right? Here's another comment. Yes, I can help y'all. Y'all have to email me at groundeddolphin.com. So what's interesting is when I say to my people, let's go get this money, let's redo this fucking neighborhood, they look at me funny. When I say this shit to the foreign community, they get their money up quick. So we right now, we're in the Asian community in South Philly. It ain't not one motherfucking, it's not one fucking Yamin here. Like for us, nothing. All right, so we at the Italian market. So you got the fucking Italians not even here no more. This shit crazy. It look more all Asian, and they're all of their stores are like linked. I don't know how to I don't know how to say that shit right, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Think about a spider web. These motherfuckers is a spider web. They all connected. They all work together. I have a client from the Asian community in Florida, and I told her when we was doing our revocation, when I was teaching her how to do the revocation, I just randomly was saying something about the do not detain list, and she didn't know I was doing that. She said, "What's that?" So I'm telling her, I teach y'all how to get on a do not detain list, and they won't be able to fuck with you. Period. It don't matter unless you murder somebody or they catch you raping. But other than that, they can't fuck with you. She was like, "What?" Everyone in my community, especially with this ICE shit, is being harassed. She said, I'm going to pull together all of my my inner circle, and we're gonna put our money together up so we could do a big class. So now you talking about, I said I could do 20 of y'all, 20 people times $5,000, and they willing to give that. They willing to do that shit. Every man is worth his hire. Every man. So how okay, now I taught y'all this years ago, so I'm not gonna get all into detail with this, but how the fuck are you paying your own salary, but you letting them say your salary is $7 an hour? This shit is diabolical. All this shit is diabolical. The shit that we are allowing them to get by on. You ever wonder how the fuck in your neighborhood, how the fuck is every other fucking foreigner from any country in the world? How come they got a business in your neighborhood and you've been trying to get a business in your neighborhood since you was born? Your parents was trying to get a business in your neighborhood, and it's every roadblock that you can think of that comes up when they're trying to do this. Why is that? Poppy stores, Asian community. That's ridiculous. Do y'all not see? Do y'all not see what's happening? Like, I'm not mad no more. Before, I was so fucking mad at y'all. Like this, I'm just gonna use y'all the same way everybody else is because this is absolutely dumb. But I'm not. I'm not in that place no more because I had to go on a whole fucking mushroom trip, so I can find some peace with this ignorance. I'm like, why am I doing all this for these ignorant ass, dumbass niggas that want to go to work and slave for somebody just not to have enough for food? So how about I'm a fucking play them too? But that was my ego. 1 second, y'all. I'm sorry. That was my ego. So if I'm going to be able to be a teacher, I can't be in my ego. And so when I was going under meditating on it, I was shown something so great that it kept me going. It kept me encouraged. So I'm like, okay, I can work with my people. I'm gonna work with the ones that want help. I'm not gonna reach out to the ones that don't at all. I'm not gonna try to push my agenda on them at all. When I see their car not starting and they keep trying to start it, I'm not gonna say, you got $13 million you can use. I'm not gonna say that. What really pisses me off though is my whole TikTok account was stricken out because I'm telling y'all how to use the 709 form. Because I'm telling y'all, yo, come on with all this shit. Because I'm telling y'all, don't listen to me. Go read it for yourself. When on all the videos on TikTok, I said go read the IRS tax form 709. They all got flagged, all of them. Now I had a couple on there where I said I was just randomly talking about it, and I said do it for yourself or contact me, and I didn't say go read it. So I'm like, okay, why would they be doing that? Why would they be doing that? This is absolutely insane that y'all not seeing what's right in your face. When I was in college, I was taught about um it's this story. I'm gonna butcher this shit. So y'all try to remember what I'm talking about. Where one of the psychiatrists was talking about perspective or something like that. Oh, I haven't been in the science market for so long. So y'all, this is where I was raised at in South Philly. Oh, bitch, I'm about to get some cred. Okay, let me focus. I gotta go the other way. I'll be fucking around buying food. Okay. So it was like all of these slaves was in a cave, right? They had never been outside. They weren't born outside. None of it. They've never been outside. So they're all in this cave, and they're doing this slave work, right? And then one of them seen a shadow outside of something. I'm pretty sure that's not right. That's not accurate. Something about a damn shadow. But anyway, one of them went outside, and he was like, "Wait, it's nobody out here. We could just leave." So he went back into the cave and said, "Everybody look up. Come on out here. Come on out here. We can leave." And none of them would. They all stayed there. And there's another show called Star Trek Discovery, and the star is the black girl with the braids. She was Sasha on Walking Dead. On that show, there is a one of the people that's in the rig. I don't watch that shit, so I don't know. But um, the little fish man, whatever, the tall dude, his planet, they were never allowed to look up. Never. Nobody in this whole planet, on this whole whatever their planet, they said you can't look up. So they had never looked up before, and the one who looked up was the person that was on the ship as a team member, and that's why he was on the ship, so he can explore the world, because what he was taught wasn't right. But he went back home after like 100 years and found his family, and he was trying to tell them to look up, and they said, "Oh my God, you still like that, honey? Just look up. Just look up. Your financial blessings is right there. Just look up. Just come out the cave." Poverty makes me, it poverty feels wrong to me. When I see filth or poverty, I get depressed because it's not a natural state we're supposed to be in, but we are just content with it, being in it. Now, I know that I'm in a city, and the way the city is designed is row houses. Yes, you're next to each other. That's just how the city is designed. I get that, but humans are supposed to be spaced out. They're not supposed to be smashed in like this. And now they have apartment buildings going up everywhere in every city and state, and none of those apartments are actual places of live. So you can hear people flushing their toilet, you can hear people fucking, you could hear people turds dropping. That's not humane. And we just accept that shit. We accept that they're feeding us our family. When we eat these sausages and hot dogs, we accept that shit knowing that they grinding up these bodies and putting them in here for profit. So much so, the president is making bills against feeding us. But you don't ask no questions. That is where we're having a fucking problem. That is where we're having a problem. You don't ask any questions. I have always said when I was younger, why the fuck are these white people living in a place with fucking carpet and a dishwasher? When I was the fuck 14 years old, I asked my parents that, and they just said they can afford it. Well, bitch, you can't. That's not working for me. And that's when I went on my journey. So I couldn't get everybody in my family out the hood. So I just fucking left. I left the hood when I was 17 years old. You ain't gonna tell me I can't have no fucking carpet because I'm poor? The fuck? I left at fucking 17 because I'm gonna get me somewhere with fucking carpet and enough extra bathroom and shit. This is not right. So because of that attitude I had, my family all look at this shit. They just leave their trash in the city. This shit crazy. My family has always pretty much outcast me. I'm the black sheep. Don't nobody really fuck with me. People talk about me behind my back in the family and then smile on my face. They all think I'm crazy. Grand rising babies. I hear y'all. Grand rising. Um, so yeah, it was okay though, because I knew that this way wasn't my way and I wasn't going to accept it. It's just not acceptable for me. So I mean, that was a long ass journey for me to come to this. Like, I mean, since then, I have found so much money. I found billions and billions of dollars that's owed to my father's people. Um, I tried to go to my siblings and I said, "Can y'all help me? Can y'all help me go after this money? Because we got to go after the military for this money, and I can't do it by myself. Mind y'all, I have lupus. Any amount of stress can put me in a coma. So I need that support. And bitch, is all our money." They was not interested. One of my sisters said, "You can have my share." I said, "Bitch, it ain't your share, it's your kid's share, you fucking cock bubble." And then I had to calm down. And my sisters wasn't speaking to me for a while because I was so fucking angry. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Everybody's gonna come to this. Um, they're gonna come to it. What's happening right now, I don't even talk to y'all about what's actually happening because I need y'all to get y'all money up so that you can protect yourself from what's happening. Okay. Now, again, this is not just me being here in South Philly, but literally, um, every city I go to, it's being taken over by foreigners. Now, this is probably why Trump is acting the way he acting. But y'all need to notice that Trump is only getting out native aboriginals. So us and whatever the Latin community is going straight down, whether it be Mexican or whatever else, anything that's attached to American lands is not foreign, right? Um, they sent back all of our Caribbean people because they know what we do. They can't have that kind of energy. But the British people, the Germans, the Scottish, all of those damn white foreigners and these Asian foreigners, they don't seem to be having a problem with. Pay attention to the fucking moves being made around you. Look at this shit. I'm outside and my motherfucking shoes is getting dirty. I said to my husband, my shoes are complaining about the filth that they're walking on. They're dirty. The fuck? Just shit on the ground. Drug needles. It don't what the fuck is this? Oh no. I hate this block, y'all. Look at this block. Oh, I hate this block. Oh no. What's going on here? Maybe I'll come back at night and see if this looks any better, but this just looks fucking cluttered. So anyway, um, my goal is to get us on track so that when what's happening happens, we are not defenseless and then being dumbified again and brought back into the slave ship. So the whole block is bubbled. The block already little. You can't even fit a car on here. South Philly, South Philly. So anyway, my so I'm sitting in the kitchen with my girls yesterday, and so one of my girlfriends said, "Well, Fadia, you know you're a leader," and I said, "No, bitch, no." And all I could think of is the story in the Bible, of Jonah and the well. Jonah kept running. He kept running. He was like, "I ain't fucking with them people. I ain't trying to fuck with them." And the well got him and spit him right back out where he left. I was like, "No, bitch, I ain't no leader. I don't want to lead y'all into shit. I want y'all to read." She was like, "You're going to have to accept the fact that there's going to be people that do not want to learn what you're teaching, but they'll pay you to do it for them." She said, "There's a whole world of people out there like that." And I said, my first response was, "But then you won't understand what you're doing and how to do it again." So I think I'm just focusing on the wrong shit, right? So um, I said, "Okay, that's fine." But then I would have to charge so much to do this for people. This is too much time. So then you're going from so then you're going from me trying to reach out to people who need this shit to the people who fucking don't need this shit getting it. And the cycle starts again. What the fuck, yo? I really don't know what to do, but I'm not definitely trying to be nobody, no chosen one, no leader, none of that shit. so people can treat me like shit and then kill me in the end. I will not Malcolm X or Martin myself. Y'all motherfuckers gonna read or you not. Look at this donkey's ass. This is huge. Look at this shit. Fucking cars can't even. This is crazy. You can't even park a car on this block. It's so tiny. So this is old Philadelphia where they used to have the oh, that's cute. I like that one. The horses, sorry. This is only big enough for horses to go up and down the block. Nothing's changed here, Philadelphia. That's cute, right? I like that. All right, I'm about to get off of here. I've been on here for 30 minutes babbling. Anyway, I just trying to change my perspective and not be so angry when nobody wants to be free. It's unfortunate that I'm going to be shutting down everything the first quarter of this coming year, and I won't be helping nobody. I won't be doing anything. I won't be giving y'all talks. I'm going to go and fulfill my dreams. I feel like I've done my best with y'all. I've done all of my tiding and my due diligence, my mission. I've done it. I only needed to help one person remember who the fuck they are. That's all. That's all I had to do. And I have accomplished that shit so much already. Look how careful he is driving down this little ass block. Ugh. Yeah, I'm a West Coast girl or a Southwest Coast girl. I can't do these little blocks. It ain't nowhere to park where my mom lived. I mean, nowhere. Nowhere to park. I'm like, what is happening? There was places to park when I lived here. This is just crazy. They got parking lots everywhere now. Oh, so you can't just park outside on the street. But anyway, it's just stuff like that. And if I go back to the statement I was making to y'all about using this money to set up your own private police force, we won't be getting killed off no more. They won't be dealing with our crimes and our domestic issues. We would, but that thought can't even. Thank you so much. What's it? Oh, okay. No, I'm trying with this stupid thing. Um, yeah, I've been talking about this shit for a while now. I usually do a okay, let me explain me. So what I'll do is I will take on a project, right? And I will work all the steps of the project and execute it to uh completion to see if it's accurate, to see if it works, to see what the remedy is. So I do it, and I that's when I'll start teaching. So the 709 is something that's a new thing that I've been taught in the last 6 months. Okay. So that's why I waited to talk to y'all about it because I needed to see the results of it. Okay. So it's now worked that I know for certainty 11 times with no fail. 11 times with no fail. Now, the problem that I keep trying to get y'all to see is we're coming for it now. So they're going to redo the website, they're going to redo the IRS. So, for an example, I told you about Janice and how she was telling everybody to go and I need y'all to go to the BMI. Is it? I might be wrong about that. Whatever the website is to tell holds the land patent for the land, right? So, um, we she was on a live, and I was on a co-host live with her, and I was saying to her, you know, how proud I was of her and everything she's doing, but how can we do this quietly, because they're going to cut out they're going to cut this website out, and they're going to close down the records, right? And sure enough, it had to be less than 3 weeks after that conversation with her on the live. People was doing on her next live saying they can't log in, they can't get in. Now I'm gonna tell you straight up, when I found um my identifiers, meaning my social, my birth, being traded, when I found that, first of all, I don't know what the fuck I clicked on. I always end up clicking on something, finding the T, and I couldn't tell you how to get there. But I was going to this website that they was telling us to go to in the chat. I mean, not the chat, the Telegram group, and I was like, okay, I'm not seeing what they're saying. So, ooh, what kind of tree is this? What's that? Is that fruit or not fruit? Look at that. I wonder what kind of medicine that is. Anyway, um, so I couldn't find what they were saying. So I just said, fuck it. I'm gonna call TD. I'm gonna call the TDA right number. So I called the TDA number, and this motherfucker said, "Oh no, that's not true. Nah, that's not true. I smell valerian root here. Where the fuck is valerian root at growing? Is that this tree? Huh? Nope, it's not that." So when a customer surgeon agent answered the phone and said that's not a real thing, that's just some um shit that people on YouTube be talking about, but it's not real. I say, it's not real, huh? Are you sure about that? I could tell he was lying to me. I was like, damn, you just told me it was real. Don't listen to it. And I know for a fact, when the fuck they tell you don't, you absolutely better fucking do it, and do it quick. And do it fucking quick. So I said, no, fuck that. So I stayed on that website and I just clicked everything. And then I got to this. Oh, I think that was GMI or GEI, some shit. I went on this joint and put my fucking identifiers in, and the pages kept going. It was like 16 pages of companies trading on me. First of all, Saks Fifth Avenue has about 7 accounts in my fucking name. 7 accounts. I found all this shit. And because I know they was trying to lie and say it didn't exist, I fucking screenshot everything, downloaded it, and put it in different parts of the fucking you know what I mean? I did that. So if I found I think it was 350 or 325 accounts that I found across the world that was trading on me. 300 plus. So I'm like, okay, what are they doing in my name? And then I tracked one company. It was like a shell company of Saks Fifth Avenue, and I followed that to a penthouse suite in New York, New York. That penthouse suite was in my motherfucking name. So while I was homeless, going to the fucking bathroom in a fucking college or a hospital because I'm homeless, somebody was living in a motherfucking pit. I don't even think somebody was living there. I think that was one of their company houses. You know how they had those company corporate units for when they staying in town or whatever. I think that's what that was. But yes, whole penthouse in my name, social security number, and birthday. Y'all think that's bad? I didn't realize how much this still hurts me, but it does. It feels like a rape. So I went to give me a second. My bad. It's hard when you know how they're taking advantage of us. It's hard. But that wasn't it. I went to LexisNexis and I'm checking my account, and it was like four companies that was operating in my name still to this day. So I did my research and I'm like, wait, how the fuck is this shit still active? So for 20 years, there was a Chinese cleaners in my name. It's still active. Somebody set up two nonprofits in my name. And I'm like, we living like this in poverty, and these corporations are just making so much money off our shit. I can't accept that. I can't. So I went the fuck after LexisNexis and fuck the court. So when I talked to them and I said, "What's this?" and they gonna say, "Oh, we're gonna remove it." You think you just gonna remove that shit and we done? So because I know that these motherfuckers all work together in racketeering, I set the racketeering lawsuit up against them. But see, bitch, I don't want to win in court. Fuck your court. I just need these documents filed in the court system so I can fuck you in your ass in the back end. So this is what I did to this fucking cunt LexisNexis and the rest of these. I don't give a fuck about y'all clearing my credit up. Fuck that. You gonna pay me for what you did. I lived homeless. There was times I had to fucking pay Peter, take from Peter to pay Paul for my kids. So this what I did. I filed the tax return on everything the fuck they did to me. And I charged them when I believe my motherfucking time was worth for what they did to me. So I fucking sued them. And then when I filed the tax returns, I just the other day, I don't know if y'all heard that recording I put up where I'm just screaming and making weird sounds, but I'm not talking about nothing. It's because I went to my motherfucking IRS account and it proceeded to tell me about my motherfucking refund that I will be receiving in regards to my lawsuit against those fucking rapists that raped me over and over and over. So, bitch, I don't need your court. I don't need your judge. I don't need your fucking lawyers. I've already been paid what you owe me. And I'm just sitting here waiting for this motherfucking tax return to come because I looked on the account and it says processing your account. Information about your upcoming tax return. My fucking upcoming multi-million-dollar motherfucking tax return is being processed. So fuck you. And fuck anybody who don't believe me. I don't need you to believe me. I'm not showing you shit. It is so many dumbass people out there talking something, show me your bank account. You're a cunt. If you think somebody who has common sense is going to show you any of their financial fucking, just go to Bill Gates and say that. Bill, can I see your finances, your financial statements, and see what he said? Let me know. Because that also show your class that you low born. That you're Italian, asking people to prove to you how they got their money rather than going out and get your own shit. Now, yeah, I still get emotional about this shit because it is a rape. It is a rape. If somebody is living large off of you and you're not even living many, it's emotional. But I used to be a violent, emotional person, very violent. I don't have chill. That's why I don't get into fights because I don't. There is no shut off. And I start plotting on you, but I never plot on the person that did me wrong. I always plot on their kids and their loved ones. That is a horrible. I just come from a horrible, violent family, and I'm trying to change that. So I cry to not attack. I had to figure out a different way to attack. And I'm just going to attack them where it hurt the most. They're never going to say sorry for what they did to me. Never. They are never going to apologize and mean it because they don't care. Cool. If you can't beat them, join them. So I'm going to join you, but I'm going to be more strategic than you are. And I'm going to take everybody with me, and you're not going to have shit. So that's my morning bit to y'all. Sorry about all my emotions, but I take this shit serious, even if y'all don't. I can see what they're doing to us, even if y'all can't. And if you don't know, now you know. If you're not able to do it, shut the fuck up, follow directions, and do what you're told. Because if you the fuck do what you're told when them dumbass say clock in and clock out, why the fuck you can't do what you're told when I tell you to go read this shit? Do what I'm telling you, do it now. And then when you do it, call me. No, y'all want me to read it to you. I can't get my husband to willingly do shit for y'all. He is done. This is why y'all always see me the one hustling, 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 because he's done. He's tired. He said, why do you keep trying to save people that don't want to be saved? She don't want to be saved. You know what I mean? So, like I said, the reason why I'm still doing this is because I already have my deadline. I don't do nothing longer than 7 years. So when my 7 years is up, which is coming soon, I'll be on to the next thing. The next thing that I'm going to be on to is surveying the planet. So I'll be traveling for the next couple of years. I'm not going to be here. I'm already behind on what I'm supposed to be doing for my planet, and so are you. Um, I keep telling y'all this: the Aboriginals spit in the dirt. If you spit in the dirt, you reform that DNA of the planet, and they'll get back on track. Spit in the dirt, dig a little hole, and spit in there. Your DNA is powerful. That's why the fuck they always trying to take it. Oh, okay. Let me read these comments. Hold on. That's right. Yeah, I know. I'm the only dummy that keep on trying to help everybody who don't want me to help them. I was crying when I was with my girlfriend yesterday because I'm like, y'all really don't get what I'm saying. I'm so emotional, right? I was like, no, no, no. Every last one of y'all got a business. Like, what are we doing here? Can we do this? It's just like, it tells you on the forum, it says, um, what are you giving this gift for, right? And the options are to fund your trust, to fund your business, to fund your nonprofit, or to give a gift to a loved one. So I'm gonna put this recording I did with ChatGPT, and she says I might gotta exit again because I was walking when I was doing it, but she said, "Oh no, no, this is what the wealthy did. Broke people don't know about this. Now, when the fucking AI play you, when the AI is laughing at you, See, my ego won't allow a motherfucking AI to laugh at me. My ego is definitely worth it. They be saying kill your ego. Fuck no, don't kill your ego. The ego is your guiding source. You just have to have control of it and don't let it control you. Now, if y'all don't want to go read the IRS tax form 709, best believe everybody that's not black is going to read it. Believe it. So you can keep being the fuck where you are, low born, or you can stop complaining about your life and do something about it. The fuck?